It's the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com. I'm Tom Leach, along with Jim Goodman, Keeneland's Director of Simulcasting and Mutuals, and we're going to take a look at the Friday feature as well as the late pick four, and they're on the turf for the Friday feature. The ninth race is for fillies and mares. The condition is non-winners of two other than, and they're going a mile and an eighth. You've got a grade one winner in Personal Diary in here, part of an entry. Pretty good field. Who'd you land on, Jim?
Yeah, Personal Diary runs. I think she's a strong favorite here. They've got two in here, Candy Crush and Personal Diary, part of an entry with G. Watts Humphrey and Vicki Oliver. If Personal Diary runs, she's my favorite, and I would single her in the late pick four. And if she doesn't run, I like Alice Gal, Le Peru for Michael Maker. The last race out at Parks was a nice effort, just got beat by a nose in a $115,000 stakes race. Got a little bit of back class, but nowhere near Personal Diary. The other horse that I liked to hear was Harass, a little bit of a price for Ian Wilkes. Didn't run very well at Kentucky Downs, but sometimes that track is a little quirky and horses don't take to it very well. Really slow race even though it's a firm turf course. There's no way she's going to close into a 26 for the first quarter. So the last race at Ellis Park was good. 81 by her and 1 by 5. So if she runs back to that, she's certainly a contender in here. But my pick would be Personal Diary if she runs, and a very strong pick at that.
Yeah, same here. I like Personal Diary if she goes. Grade one winner, so it's a huge glass drop. And she likes firm turf, and she should get that. There's supposed to be some rain this weekend, but she should get firm turf on Friday. And then Corey Lannery signing on to ride, who's battling for the riding title. And if she doesn't go, I might go to Share the Sugar, but let's say Personal Diary's in there. I'd use her as the key horse with Al's Gal, Share the Sugar, and Uzura. If Personal Diary were to scratch, I think Candy Crush still has a chance, but I think I'd box the four horses instead of keying on Personal Diary if she goes. Late pick four starts in the seventh race on Friday. I like Bombo Genesis for Wesley Ward in the leadoff leg, but I would also use the four. That's the two horse. I'd also use the 4, 5, 8, and 9. In the eighth race, my pick is a Wapaho, the 1, but I also like Tout, the 9, and Thundergram, the 2, plus the 3 and the 6. All the ones I mentioned in the ninth race, four horses, the entry, plus the 2, 4, 5. And then I'm going to single Donegal Moon in the 10th race, the 3-horse, narrowly beaten on opening day by a very impressive winner, and now shortens up to a mile and gets a good post for that mile distance. So I like Donegal Moon a lot in that last race, and I will single him. Who do you like in the late pick four?
I'll go 3 deep in the 7th race. I also like Bombo Genesis, Speak Softly, the 4, and I like Awesome Song, the 6, a little bit at a price for Reed Baker. So I will go 2, 4, 6 in the first leg. Second leg, your horse Wapaho and Thundergram are my top 2 picks, 1 and 2. I would also use 9, Tout, and I would use Bold Conquest, the 6. In the 9th race, I would single the 1 horse. I would single Personal Diary if she runs. If she doesn't run, I go a little bit deeper there. And I like Donegal Moon in the last. We're almost on the same page, but I also like Airman's Creed, the 9 horse, and Wildman, the 1. So I will go 3 deep there, 1, 3, and 9. But singling Personal Diary is the key to my late pick 4.
Best of luck with your Friday wagers, and we'll be back with a Saturday podcast to take a look at the closing stake of the regular portion of the fall meet. Of course, Breeders' Cup coming up next week, and we'll have podcasts for the Prelude Day on Thursday, as well as Breeders' Cup Friday, and a couple of podcasts for the big Saturday card. For Jim Goodman, I'm Tom Leach. This is the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com.